Right. Lee Whittaker Golf. 15 boring questions on golf.
Go
Favourite
for it.
club? Number one, favourite club? 18 boring questions.
Driver.
Golf ball do you play with? Which golf ball?
Strixon 80 triple threes in the winter and Strixon Z stars in the summer.
Sweet. What do you hate most, wind or rain?
You pause then.
What do you hate most, wind or rain?
Rain.
Favourite pro golfer?
Rory McIlroy.
Current handicap?
12.
What's your handicap going to be this time next year?
9.
Sweet. How old were you when you started playing golf?
16.
Top of the bucket list golf course to play?
Sawgrass.
Best course you've played?
Any in Dubai.
That's sweet. YouTube golf creator you watch the most?
Ooh, what's the most? Probably even between Peter Finch and Rick Shields.
Do you recommend new clubs or lessons?
Lessons.
Stableford stroke play or match play?
Match play, sorts of men from the boys. Stroke play, even, sorts of men from the boys.
What colour tees do you play off? I think this was. Not what, like...
White. Always white.
Bomb for show or putt for dough?
Bomb for show all day.
I've seen one of your videos today. How many clubs should be allowed?
I think 14 is a good average, a good number. Any more than that's heavy.
Number 16 is the longer than he thinks this, isn't it? Laser, GPS, or your eyes?
Laser, I use.
Oh, this one's going to be hard. I should have changed this one. Dream 4-ball, dead or alive?
Dead or alive would be Eric Cantona, because I'm a massive Man United fan.
Oh, well, we'll talk about Sunday in a minute then.
Rory McIlroy, because I just love the way he drives the ball. And, fourth person, probably David Beckham, because he was a bit of a legend when I was growing up.
A bit, yeah. Par 3s, 4s, or 5s?
5s.
That's it. You got the boring ones out of the way.
That's me.
So, thanks for being the guinea pig on my Paul Nicholson introducing channel. I don't know where we've already changed the format a little bit of me being in the video. I didn't plan to be in the video, but just for everybody on my channel who may not know you, can you just give us a quick intro to yourself, what you do? Obviously, a YouTuber, and a bit of insiders. Just a quick intro to us.
Okay, I'm Lee Whittaker, and I have a golf YouTube channel called Lee Whittaker Golf, which I started in January of this year. As a person, I own a half a vape company and half a golf company. It's a joint venture in the same shop, weirdly. I've got a golf simulator and a vape shop, so I own those companies. Married, 2 kids, and spent 20 years in the Navy, which I left in November last year.
Okay,
and that's pretty much me in a nutshell.
So, what's the golf shop called then? I seen the Vape Cave somewhere. I always wanted to own something called the Vape Cave.
No, the golf shop is aptly called Lee Whittaker Golf because I have a massive ego.
To be fair, that's my second question. Is when you decided that for your channel and your shop, like, was there other options, and why did you go with the name? Like, you probably just told me that way, but
I think what it was, I started the YouTube channel first in January, and once I started realising that I needed something to be able to produce content in, because I was using my local American golf, but it's a bit out of the way. I decided at that stage that I've got quite a big shop and I've got quite a lot of space that I could utilise better. So I decided I was going to put simulator in at that stage purely for the YouTube channel.
Right.
It became apparent I could hire it out, start adding like clubs, stock, that to it. So it made sense to call it Lee Whittaker Golf, because if the YouTube thing takes off or I start getting known because of YouTube, it's brand recognition for the shop. Right. So that's why I did it. So it wasn't really because of an ego. It was more, it's easier for brand recognition. And people go, oh, is that the guy, if it ever got to that stage, is that the guy off YouTube? That's his shops. Rather than it being completely unknown or some random name for the golf shop. Are
you a little bit worried that you're going to struggle to sell it as that? Or not really on your mind to sell it? Or
what, sell the business?
Yeah. Is there an exit sort of strategy further down that... That's fair enough, isn't it? I'm just always interested when people choose personal over others.
It is mainly for my benefit of practice, YouTube videos, and we hire it out. We're now a club fitter for Walker as well, so we've got that aspect in there. We sell like little bits, but its main use is a simulator for hire, but mainly for me.
Sweet. How much is it to hire? May as well plug it out.
For an hour range time is £10.
Sweet. Do you charge twice as much if 2 people turn up?
No. We've got the simulator software to be able to do gaming, so you can play 18 holes of like Pebble Beach. There's 170,000 courses. That's £25 for one person, because it takes about 2.5 hours still to play 18 holes.
Right.
But if 2 people turn up, it goes to £35 because it takes about 3 hours.
But you still let them have 3 hours though.
Yeah. So they take we had somebody in the other day. There was 2 of them. They took 5 hours to play. Where did they play? Augusta.
What were they waiting for people on tees?
If it takes 3 hours, it takes 3. If it takes 5, it takes 5. But they weren't the best.
Sounds like an accurate simulator. It's like they'd have to wait at tees and wait for two groups ahead to clear.
The downside to simulator golf is putting. Putting is it's difficult on it because of perception, because of where the screen is. You're 12 foot away from the screen. The ball is on the screen as a perception, and then the hole is another like 30 foot perceived distance away. You can't judge speed of greens. Putting's a nightmare on it, but everything else is really accurate.
Yeah, when we've done I think 2 putts on green, or second putts a gimme or something like that, or inside certain.
You can put gimmies on within a certain yardage within the software, so if you can chip it close, it'll automatically give you a gimme. Yeah. It's just the best way to play it.
Yeah, reason I ask you that though, our golf club, our driving range, it's a tenner for 30 minutes. It's £20 if there's 2 of you for 30 minutes. Say it's an hour. They double the price for the same amount of time. And I kind of say to them, I can't understand that. So give us an hour, but give us it for.
You're paying £10 an hour.
Yeah.
So you're taking an hour of the time. It doesn't matter if there's 2 or 100 people there. It's an hour of my time that it's being taken up. Yeah,
exactly. That to me makes sense. Is it a parrot or something in there?
Rosie, she's my little Australian galah.
Right. Yeah, I've seen the bombing
she's
some
a little
drive.
mascot of the channel. She is.
Sweet. So, golfing YouTube, you've been doing it since January?
Yeah, I started in January.
Like pros and cons? It's a bit of a... What are the best things that you've learned out of it? Maybe just...
The best thing I've learned out of it is sort of cinematography and video editing, because I had no clue how to do it at the time. It was all brand new, so I had iMovie because I've got a Mac, and just learn from YouTube videos of how to edit. So the best thing I've got out of it personally, as what I've learned, is sort of video editing, cinematography, how to camera angles. I'm not brilliant at it. I'm not by any means a world director, but I'm getting better at doing those sort of things and adding in graphics and all that sort of stuff.
Cool.
So as a learning basis, that...
like, how fast are you at doing that, though? Are you finding it... Everybody complains about editing, don't they?
I can do it quite quickly, but then you could argue, do I put enough effort into it?
Well,
I don't. I put my videos out and I think they're edited quite well. I've had some comments on some videos saying great editing. I've had no bad comments really, apart from some of the camera steadiness isn't there. But I need to get gimbals. But the problem is all equipment costs quite a lot of money. Like a decent gimbal for a camcorder is £500. it's great if you're a big YouTuber and you're earning pocketfuls of money, but for people like us who are using small, some of us use phones, basic cameras, camcorders, and you build up to getting better software and better editing software, better cameras, hardware.
And somebody else to film it and do it.
Yeah, getting an editor, someone to do it for you, so you literally turn up, hit some golf shots and thin out.
So, yeah, exactly. It just takes a long time, doesn't it? But, like, so how many videos you trying? How many videos you got? Like 63-ish, I think I looked at. 63?
Yeah, I think I've just got over 60.
Were you doing videos with other people on their channels first and then decide to do your own, or did you just dive straight in?
Just went straight in.
Sweet.
Dived in. Went for it.
And how many? You just gone past the devil number, ain't you? 666.
Yeah, about 673 as of today. Yeah.
Are you happy with that? Is it what stat do you look at each week? Everybody looks at stats, right? What stat does it sort of make you happy? Is it subscribers, views, comments?
Probably the stats that matter are likes and comments, aren't they? They're the ones that matter for the YouTube algorithm. It's nice to see subscribers go up. It's a bit disappointing to see subscribers go down. It happens.
Yeah.
Views. I don't understand views. Like, I just don't understand how one video can have.
Yeah.
Like, I put a video out, that one with the Cobra driver. Yeah. It's nearly at 4,000 views.
Yeah.
And I think, it took me an hour to film and an hour to edit.
Boom.
Whereas you put a video out that you've gone out and spent 2 days doing filming and it gets like 400 views, you're like, I just don't get it.
Yeah, you don't.
I don't get the views aspect of it.
I think it's a lot to do with storytelling, and you ask the question in that video, don't you? Like, is it like worth buying a second-hand club, or is it? What's the title of the video or the picture in there?
Should you buy a second-hand driver?
Yeah, and then you tell the story in your face when you hit the thing for the first time. It's like, because I know I've seen one of your other videos. It's probably how much you paid for your driver you've got in your bag.
Yeah, I think what it was I hit that first drive and it went 288, and I was just like, well, that's the video over.
Yeah.
I've just proved my whole point. I was like, well, I've got to try and lengthen this video out a bit more, so see if I can beat it. I can't just hit one drive and go, right, guys, well, that's proved, I'm off.
Yeah, you should have just gone, yeah, buy one and walk off. Yeah.
Yeah, see, simple. But it shocked me how the first hit got there, and I was like, well, that's it. I just wasted a load of money on a TS4.
Yeah. Do you think that? No.
But I think the rest of the video proved a point in that, for me, that driver doesn't work because I just get too much spin. I can hit 2 shots out of 10, that will be perfect.
Yeah.
But those 6 out of 10 will there's too spinning. But arguably, if I take the loft down, that's just a perfect club for me.
Are you thinking of doing it? If you ever get a tool to open it up?
Yeah, I'm going to go and open it up and knock it down and try again. But I think it will just annoy me that I've just spent all that money on the TS4 if I didn't need to.
Yeah. So the question is, like, how are you a 12 handicap if you can hit the ball 312, 25 yard, or whatever you did on the last one?
The story, well, if you watch sort of my progression within YouTube, in July I did a fitting video with Orca, and I couldn't hit a 7-iron 150 yards.
That got a lot of views as well, didn't it?
That's nearly 15,000.
Yeah.
That one. And since then, I've been having lessons with my local pro who changed my swing to be better, and then I've been doing the journey with Dan Hendrickson for the last 2 months, and that's a 6-month program, and he's a fantastic coach.
Yeah.
You see him on Mark's channel messing about, but as a coach, he's absolutely phenomenal.
So that's interesting. So he's put you on a 6-month plan. Has he given?
So you do a 3-hour lesson every month, and then you go back and, like, the first half an hour is confirming what you've done it's making sure you're still doing the same, and then it's like a natural. It's called the journey, so it's a journey through, like, better driving, better short game.
Sweet.
My biggest flaw with golf is short game. I can bomb it. I can hit club one way, but get me within 100 yards, and I'm shocking.
That's where the scoring is, right?
So hence the 12.
Are you like I used to be? You've got 4 wedges, so you've got about 200 different choices when you're inside 100 yards. Or are you one club? Are you a choice? Are you like a one wedge master? Or that's what I'm trying to be now, rather than 88 different options.
I think 100 yards in is where I struggle. As soon as I'm within 30 yards, I like to think I can get up and down pretty much 8 times out of 10.
Right.
But like every amateur, I underclub. In my head, I can hit this club 110 yards, so I'll use it because I'm 109 away. But because we're amateurs, we don't crisp the ball every time. So that 110 yards is like 3 shots out of 10. Every the other 7 are fats and thins and everything else. So I probably am underclub too much, like pretty much every amateur does. We all think we can hit it further than we do.
Yeah, you could do with a simulator, really, couldn't you?
A simulator would help. Do
you think it's accurate, the simulator, for that stuff then, or is it?
It's. I've put it up against TrackMan, and it's there or thereabouts. It's a yard here, a yard there, a couple of hundred spin here or there. I mean, for the price difference, it's phenomenal. It certainly helps.
Yeah.
And I find that it's pretty accurate. The only thing that stops me hitting my distance is crap strike.
Yeah.
Basically.
Is there a little bit less fear on simulator or something? And there must be something that you can hit it harder, especially when you drive.
It's like driving range. It's like a driving range.
Yeah.
Everyone goes to the range and you play golf with someone and they go, was it great on the driving range yesterday? It's because there's no trees on the driving range.
Yeah.
You sky one or shank it or slice it, you've got another ball to put down and there's no fear.
Yeah.
Whereas when you're on a golf course, you're looking down and you're seeing trees and water.
Of course.
You tunnel vision, that's where it's going to go. So it's a confidence. Golf is a massive confidence game. If you can block everything out and just think, I'm hitting it straight down there, you probably will do it.
And do you work on that? Is that like the visualization side? Is that something you're being told to focus on, something like that?
I've not been told to focus on, but it's a pretty obvious thing, and it's something I'm working on. Whereas before, I put the ball on tee, get club, and just hit it. Whereas now, I try and people talk about golf routines, get into a routine before every shot. So I'm trying to implement a routine between every shot, whether it's putting, driving. I'll try and follow the same routine every single time to visualize that shot. Yeah, Jason Day's a great one for it. He'll sit there like that and his eyes
closes his eyes, doesn't he? Yeah.
He's visualising that shot. Granted, he takes about an hour too long to take the shot. But
yeah, same with Spieth. There was one of them saying paint the picture or something. That was one of them. I can't remember which it was. It might have been Jason Day. But yeah, he closes his eyes and sees it all.
Visualise the shot and you'll do it. And, you're not going to because we're amateur golfers. But if you think you're going to do well, you're going to do well. If you think you're going to hit it in the tree, you're going to hit it in the tree. Yeah,
true. Yeah, whatever you're thinking about, that's where it's going. Do you feel like because you can smash it so far, when you get to 100, there's a bit more pressure to convert a great drive, isn't there? Do you feel that sometimes as well? Because you're 100 yard out, or is it the same on whether you're 100 yard out for 5 or for 2?
No, I get annoyed if I'm sort of 300 yards down the middle of the fairway and I've got 80 yards to go and I'm still getting par. That annoys me.
Yeah.
Unless it was like I've given myself a good chance at birdie and it was just a lip out or a bad putt. But if I'm 80 yards away and then I hit my second shot and I'm still not on the green and then getting par, that's what annoys me.
Yeah.
But it's golf. Golf's a fickle game.
It's crazy, isn't it? It's the best part about it, though, in some ways, isn't it? Do you feel like that in life as well? I think that golf just mirrors stuff in life where you just focusing on stuff and your shop, for instance. Can you focus on it being a bigger success and getting better and things like that? You know what I mean? Do you put a visualization into stuff like that? Setting targets, I guess.
Yeah, when you're in business, you've got to give yourself targets. Whether you hit them or not, it's neither here nor there. But in life and in golf, you've got to take the rough with the smooth. Sometimes you'll have a great year where everything goes right, and then other years, like last year, for example, I lost my gran in April, and my wife miscarried in September, and we lost a 20-week-old baby. It happens. You can't dwell on things. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. It's life. And golf's the same. One weekend I had 8 over par and lost 3 shots. I played on a Thursday and scored 20 points. It's life.
Yeah.
Just take it.
Where do you get that? Where do you get that philosophy from? Do you credit that to anybody, or is it the Navy?
It's probably a lot to do with my military background. You know, it's some days are good, some days are bad, but you can't change the past. You can only influence your future.
Yeah, I should put that on a t-shirt somewhere.
Merch coming soon. You can't change the past, but you can influence the future.
Are you part of the 1 to 18 gang? Is that
No. Yeah,
is it Danny Lilly?
Danny Lilly, yeah. No,
nice stuff though, isn't it?
It's good value and it's good stuff. It's, you know, you compare it to the major brands. It's nearly double the price. A polo shirt made of 96% polyester, 4% spandex or whatever is the same regardless of brand.
Yeah.
It's just one says Adidas and one says 1 to 18. It's the same quality.
Yeah, it's cheap stuff, isn't it? Well, not cheap. I mean, it's good price.
Yeah, it's fashionable. I like it.
Yeah. They had a Black Friday thing on the other day for like from about £5, I think. So
Danny, just Danny, look, I want a free hat.
Flipping right. We want affiliate codes and everything. No, but he gives like 20% to charity as well, doesn't he?
He does what? Sorry.
He gives like 20% to charity as well, something like that.
Yeah, I think
it's a certain amount.
Pretty much most of the profit. I think I think, don't quote me on this, it's not as much profit as it is now because he's trying to grow the brand. But when you put a purchase in, it'll ask you which charity you want to donate to, and then once you've purchased it, he'll send you the link to prove he's paid
it.
Yeah.
Do you think there's an honesty in golf that people that do golfing merch will do that? Because it's like, it is what it says, isn't it? There's an honesty that golf teaches you, I think. That.
Yeah, but there's also a cheating aspect in there.
Yeah, but do you ever win yourself if you cheat? You know what I mean? If you cheat, we've all cheated at some point. Can you hit a good shot one after?
You cheating?
I did at first, but I just knew that I couldn't. And then I grew up and didn't care about score so much. But everybody cheated sometime. We played golf with one guy, and he was a private school teacher. And he said, I've played all over world golf, all in tournaments. And he hit his ball at Woods, and he kept walking out with his ball and says to us, where shall I put this? And we're like, what? Go back at Woods, mate. Yeah, but I think it teaches you is don't cheat, because it's no good for you, is it? It's no...
I think, you can tell the people in a golf club who cheat, in my opinion, because they play with the same group of friends every week. One of them is always in the top 2 or 3 or winning it, and the handicap's coming down, and then that one occasion you'll play them in a foursomes competition or something like a club competition, and they're crap.
Yeah, when they're on their own and you're actually counting.
Yeah, how did you lose 11 shots last year? But unfortunately, you're going to get that in every sport, in every club.
Oh, they do, don't they?
It's whether they can live with it or not. That's the thing.
Do you think the new handicap system's going to be better, worse? Do you play a lot of medals? Do you play comps a lot?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I don't really understand the new system, if I'm honest. I think from what I gather, I can take my handicap to a club, and depending on the slope rating of that club, depends on what handicap I play at that club.
Oh, right.
I think that's how it works. So it's like if I'm off 12 at my club and the slope rating is, 70.
Yeah.
And then I go to like one round the corner and the slope rating is 68. Do I now play off 10? I think that's what
there's an adjustment there for the hardness of the course, isn't there? Yeah.
Yeah, but
I kind of like the. The American one was the last 20 rounds, and you just scrap your 10 worst rounds, and it's the average of your best 10 of 20. Because I don't play in medals or else, so I kind of like just every round counts. But
I just think I'm just going to go and play golf and put my card in and
let them tell you what happens. Yeah,
exactly. Yeah. If I win, I win. If I'm caught, I'm caught. I just take whatever.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So, but talking about the negatives or positives. So negative sides are YouTube. I know we had a chat briefly before we started. And the negative sides of golf and getting past it. Like you sort of alluded to what you was, things that have happened to you last year. But how do you deal with thumbs down, negative comment? Have you had many negative comments?
I've had a few. How do I deal with it? whatever, basically. You know, I think the thing that annoys me about the thumbs down button is if you're going to give a thumbs down, I've got no problem with it, but write a comment and let us know why. You know,
put some feedback.
Yeah, so it's like, I'm giving you a thumbs down because the audio's crap, your video's crap, you don't have a personality, whatever, but at least give some concept as to why you give it a thumbs down. It's when you get thumbs down, it's like, for what? Why?
Yeah.
But, you know, negative comments, people, when I first started, it's amazing how things change. When I first started, it's like, the swing's crap, you'll never improve, oh my God, how are you even off 17? And then I did a video with Dan Hendrickson, on Mark Crossfield's channel when I did my driver fitting. And this was about a week after I put a video out. People going, your swing's crap, how can you do this? And then you read the comments on that, and it's like, how can he be on 15 with that swing speed?
Yeah,
oh my God, his swing
it's the arse kissing the bigger channel brigade.
Yeah, a week ago I was crap. And now it's like, you've got the best swing on YouTube. It's like, but I don't care. If people have got, everyone has got an opinion, and opinions are like arseholes. Do you know what I mean? It's just.
Do you think you should just voice your opinion?
Yeah, you're entitled to your opinion, and if you don't like it, I've got a good philosophy in life. Is offence is taken, not given.
Right. Yes. Yeah, so it's your choice to be offended.
Yeah, exactly that. It's up to you whether you want to take offence from something I've said or something I read. Whether I want to take offence from it, or you can just laugh at it and go, you know, you've literally got no life and you're a virgin sat behind a computer.
Which is what I would probably reply. When I started out, if I got negative stuff, I'd stew on it. I'd stew on what to say, and I'd think about it, and it'd derail me for like 4 hours because I'd be like, "What am I going to say?" Because what would happen is you get a negative comment, then you get 4 thumbs up on that bleeding comment, and then a couple of more people going, "I agree," and it was so eventually, I just remove them. I just delete them. I just go to comments and remove if it's a negative one. So you never see any negative comments on my videos because I just delete them. But just because I spend too much time, I spend too much time just wanting to get back at them. You know, I get offended.
I think if you're willing to put your life on YouTube, which is effectively what we do, not our lives, but I mean, I do sometimes put my life on because I like to do like a little vlog of my day sometimes. If it involves golf.
People want to see that.
Then I've got to be willing to accept good comments, accept bad comments. Otherwise, if you can't take it, don't do it.
Yeah.
It's as simple as that. If you can't take the negativity, don't do it, and you've got no negativity.
Yeah. And it's easy. It's easy not to do it as well, isn't it? But yeah, that's half the thing with stuff that I try to do is keep people going. Just keep doing it. Like, you're gonna get them, aren't you? You're gonna get negative comments, but like
I said something on I think it was a Shanker's first video. I said something, and it just all kicked off, and I'm like, you're missing the point. I'm not slating it. I'm not saying like, oh, you're all. It's just that video came across as this, in my opinion.
Yes.
And if you like it, if you don't like that comment, fine, but you're not going to change my mind.
Yeah, because that's what you thought. That's what it's like watching a film, that, isn't it? This is what I thought of that film.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then another video that I go, I love that. It's great.
Yeah.
Like the one with Andy was, it was a good interview.
Yeah. Which sparked this one.
Sometimes you'll put something out that is complete crap.
And people love it.
Everyone will slate it, and you just got to put up with it or delete it.
Yeah.
One or the other. Either take the negative comments or delete the whole video.
Yeah.
But if you can't take positivity and negativity equally, don't do it.
Yeah. So you sound like you're past the point of no return. You've got through the initial, is it worth doing? For your brand and your business, do you see it now as, I've just got to keep doing it onwards and onwards?
Well, I've had some good opportunities come from it. I'm not into the levels of like what Rick Shields has got, where he's getting like millions of pounds wearing Garmin, etc. But I've been invited to play on golf days. I've met up with. I think the thing I got most from YouTube is I've met up with people like Combat Golfer, and I'm meeting him tomorrow for a game of golf.
Right.
Those are the things why I love YouTube, because you just meet people you would never have met in real life. Like I'm talking to you now. At no point in the future, if I didn't do YouTube, would I be talking to you?
No, exactly, yeah.
You know, because it just wouldn't come about. So I've got personal things from YouTube, like friends. I've got opportunities to work with Virtual Golf Caddy and go to South Korea,
which
I did 3 weeks ago. You know, those are the things that I love about doing YouTube. Do I do it? I don't know. Have you got a question about why I do it, or should I just do that now?
Yeah, do it. I didn't know if I'd already asked you that.
So I effectively started YouTube in January because I left the Navy fully in November. And after spending 20 years of being told what to do, what to wear, where to be, and all this lot, I suddenly had a lot of free time.
Yeah.
And I was like, bored. I was like, I need something to do. I was working in the shop. Is Golf Nuts coming in?
We might as well let him in, haven't we?
Is he?
He's 15 minutes early. No, he's supposed to be on at 6:30. So we can let him. You're talking about shankers. I'll kick him out.
Maybe he's coming on to get me. So I had a lot of spare free time, and then I started watching YouTube, and I was like, I can do that. Obviously, I didn't think I could do that. I'm going to have 600 million followers, but I was like, I could do that, and I'd quite enjoy doing it. So that's why I started doing YouTube. At that period was for something to do in my spare time, because I struggle to do nothing. I have to be doing something.
Yeah.
So I struggled to do nothing. So that seemed like a great idea. And then the business side switched to a little bit to golf. Now I'm working with Virtual Golf Caddy. So I do YouTube for my own personal time.
Yeah.
For a little bit of advertising for Virtual Golf Caddy. And, you know, yes, I'm doing it because I want to turn it into a career. Do I think it would get there? Probably not. But I need a target in life.
Yeah.
So my target is to get that.
Yeah.
You know, if I can get to a job where I'm making videos, working with Virtual Golf Caddy, going and playing golf with people like the Combat Golfer, sign me up.
Yeah.
I'll do it. You know, It saves working in a shop. It's a career that I'd love to do, but whether it gets there or not, I don't know. And I'm not going to dwell on it or pressurise myself into getting there.
Right. But if that's what you really want to do, is that like the top? That's the $2 million question. Did you see that? That's what one part of the questions I were going to ask in here. I don't know if you saw that.
Yeah.
The $2 million question is: you've got $2 million. You've got $2 million in the bank. I don't know if Golf Nuts is coming in. I think we got crossed over on the invite, right? $2 million. Was it?
I'm just on a video interview for YouTube thing, so you can shout at me and go, "What are you doing? What are you up to?"
Tell him off.
Yeah, happy anniversary. I'll talk to you in a minute. I'm nearly done. Right, go on, start that question again because I can cut that out.
The missus is here now, so you might not tell the truth. £2 million in the bank. You've got houses all over the world, wherever you want to live, paid for. You've got the flash cars paid for, and you've been on the world trips. You've been golfing all over the world. What? And the question is, what's the day job? Because even billionaires go to work, don't they? So if you've got all the money, you've got all the items. Would golf YouTube videos be the day job? That's the question.
Yeah.
So then you're on the right path, right?
Yeah, making loads of noise, clipping around like it's as if you're clip-clopping around. That's staying in, that is.
Oh, it is. I don't edit anything.
Yeah, if I had all that, I'd still need something to do.
And it sounds like you enjoy it, so.
Yeah, it's all right. I like the last couple. God's sake, I don't make any more noise. Like clipping around in your shoe, pointing stuff around.
Oh my God.
Yes, if I had £2 million in the bank and all that, I'd like to think, it's difficult because it's hypothetical, but I'd like to think that I'd still do YouTube, or I'd still work and help people like Derek at Virtual Golf Caddy, because they're now helping me in my startup of YouTube. You know, they took me to South Korea to make videos, and so I'd like to still think I'd be able to help them or
Cool.
do YouTube or meet up with people like Fergs, the combat golfer, because that's what started it. And I'm one of these people that I don't forget where I've come from.
Yeah.
And I think success with people can make them forget where they've come from.
So, is that? Do you think the larger channels may have forgotten where they come from, or was that not what that was meant as? Or
No, I don't think it wasn't named.
No, yeah, no.
I think in life, people who become successful forget that sometimes they started on the street or their mum was poor and their mum had 5 jobs to bring them up in general life. The YouTube big channel thing is, I just laugh at it on Twitter personally, because it's like people think that they should help them, but why should they help them?
Yeah.
You didn't help him.
When
so why should he now come and help me?
Yeah, it's different. It's a different one. What you were saying, yeah.
It's a bit like if Rick has a YouTube golf day next year, for example, and invites me to go, of course I'll go. But I'm not going to message Rick every week until then saying, are you up for a vlog, mate? Are you up for a game?
Yeah.
Do you fancy a joint? Because he's just, one, going to ignore it, and 2, come back with, sorry, I'm too busy. Because it's like, what can he gain from having me on his channel? Nothing. What can I gain from being on his channel? Massive amount of exposure.
He's got all the leverage, hasn't he? Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like, for example, if he's doing the latest Titleist driver, they're clearly paying for that to do.
Yeah.
So Titleist are paying for that exposure. So if I want that exposure off Rick, my philosophy is I should pay Rick for that time.
Yeah.
Because he's a business, and me going on his channel is promoting me. So if I want that, I should pay for it. Unless he invites me up, unless he suddenly puts in my PM, Lee, come up, we'll have a game.
Yeah.
PS, you don't have to pay for it. Then obviously I'll go and do it.
Yeah.
But if I want to reach out to Rick to gain some exposure, for whether that's for me, Virtual Golf Caddy, Lee Whittaker Golf as a business, he should charge me for that time, because he's given me his exposure and his audience.
And it's a big benefit to you.
Business.
Yeah. No, that's very pragmatic, isn't it? So, Virtual Golf Caddy, tell us about that before we cut off. Because, how did you get to Korea with that? I saw the Korea video. I was like, damn.
It actually turned out him, Derek and Chris, who are basically Virtual Golf Caddy in the UK, put on Twitter, and I know them from playing with them before and talking to them over like phone calls and stuff, said, we're going to South Korea once in a week, really looking forward to it. So I just cheekily replied, should I bring my golf clubs?
Yeah.
That was just it. Cheeky little, because that's what I do. I'm all about banter, so it's just a little banter comment. And he phoned me up on the Sunday and said, if you genuinely want to come, you can come. We'll just do some videos for us, do us a bit of promotion, and we'll take you out there. So I was like, wife, I'm going to South Korea a week on Monday for 10 days.
Awesome.
But since then, I'm looking after the Virtual Golf Caddy Tour, which is a series of regional events that I'm running the south, Derek and Chris are running the north, and you can qualify for a place in the Marriott Pairs event, which are £300 entry per pair, but it's $250 until the new year. You win a free entry into that, and then those 3 big events, the top 5 from each one will go to a UK final, which will be somewhere like the Belfry, Celtic, a major course.
Yeah.
And the winners of that, get a free trip to Dubai to play golf. Possibly in a world final, because we're going to be running the same sort of thing in America and South Africa as well.
Holy shit, that'd be nice.
So in theory, if you enter a regional qualifier, pay £65 to £80, depending on the course, you could win your way to Dubai.
Yeah.
£35 a person.
And every time you qualify further on, you don't have to pay any more. The original.
So if you won a regional qualifier, you'd go to the Marriott Pairs for free.
Yeah.
If you came in the top 5 of that, you'd go to the UK final for free.
Sweet.
If you won the UK final, you'd go to Dubai for free.
Cool.
So it's going to be good, and the prizes are phenomenal at the Marriott Pairs events. The first place prize is a share of £1,500 between pro shop vouchers, prizes, and cash.
Awesome. And you're not allowed to play with your mates that you play with every week?
You can, because it's a pairs event, so we're going to draw the pairs out.
Yeah.
So there's not you and your mate and you and your mate, your mate and your mate.
I mean, you're cheating mates that you play with. Yeah.
We'll share this £1,500 between us. Is that 4? 5? No, 4. Yeah.
That's awesome. Yes, I think we could talk all night, but I want to leave you because it's your anniversary. But I want to leave last question. The last question really is, this time next year, if we get back on a cold next year, where's the YouTube channel at, the business, the golf game?
The YouTube channel will hopefully still be there. Growth-wise, if I can double what I've got now this time next year, I'd be happy, I think. You know, I'm not...
Really happy?
I hope it would go further.
Right.
But this time next year, I'd be happy with sort of around 1,500 to 2,000 views. Subscribers. You look at people like Big Oggy, for example. He's just hit over 2,000.
Yeah.
He's been going 2 years. So it seems like a natural... I think 1,000 a year I'd be happy with. But as you grow bigger, you seem to get more subscribers. Business-wise, we are going to be taking second-hand clubs, a little bit like Golf Bidder do, but in the south, because there's nothing in the south. So that's going to be happening in the near future. And then you'll be able to test them in the simulator before you buy them.
Cool.
So that's a little bit of an added thing. And, hold on.
We could do separate Happy Me videos.
Can we say hello? This is Paul.
Hello.
Hi.
Happy anniversary. Glad I could spend it with you. I'm leaving now. Nice to meet you.
But I think I'll be doing. I think the main thing I'll be concentrating on more next year is the virtual golf caddy stroke, the virtual golf caddy tour, because the virtual golf caddy itself is hopefully going to revolutionise how pro caddies collect data,
right,
as well as how amateurs can collect data within the golf course. But all that will be revealed as the program is finalised.
Sweet. That sounds very interesting. So we'll definitely be having a chat about that in the future.
It's going to be different to how you take data now. But
well, it'll be great to keep an eye on you and everything. Have they got a YouTube channel yet? I haven't seen it on the list.
No, it's they kind of use me.
Yeah,
like their little bunny rabbit.
Well, you were a guinea pig today.
Yeah.
Yeah. So thanks for coming on, being the first on the introducing. I don't know what to call it yet. It's the Happy Me introducing channel. It's not a channel because it's going to be on mine. So everything's new. Everybody's doing new stuff, aren't they? Which is cool.
Yeah, it's something different, and I like it. It's it's not. I don't think it's been done before. So why not? Why not get YouTubers on, or people in general life, to let people know who you are.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I'd
like to get you can get up to 100 people on this. It'd be great to have a once a month mastermind of as many of us as you can. You basically sit in the corner and there's a button that you say you put your hands up to ask questions.
Yeah, because you're going to have the issue of talking over each other. I think any more than 4, it becomes...
Well, what happens is the mate, whoever's speaking, the picture comes up on the screen and everybody else is muted. And then so you need somebody to moderate it and unmute everybody, or mute, then let that person speak. But it automatically brings to the front whoever's talking, even though there's 100 people. So future stuff, masterminds and all that.
Yeah, I couldn't put up with it. I couldn't put up with people, someone like Fergs being there just chirping away.
I'm speaking to him on Sunday. I've got Fergs on Sunday. When you're playing golf, Saturday?
Tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're doing a 4-match vlog tomorrow, so I've got to put up with him for 18 holes. I think he's brilliant.
That's interesting that you met him through YouTube, though. That I thought you maybe had met him through Forces.
No, because he's in the RAF and I was in the Navy, so we kind of don't talk to each other.
Right.
You know,
it's one of those battles.
They're like the newborn baby, whereas we were in the senior service. So
right, leave it
don't
there.
associate with each other.
Cool.
It's completely from YouTube. Everybody I've met through YouTube has just been really nice, lovely people. You know, we have a little spats and disagreements between us, but that's life, isn't it? No arguments with your wife.